Hello and welcome. I'm Amelia Depew, and this is a tutorial for a GameStop Web Analytics proposal. This tutorial was created for the Web Analytics course with Professor Philip Arlen at Full Sail University. Okay, so thank you for watching and let's jump in. In this tutorial, I'm going to outline some of the benefits of Web Analytics. I'll define GameStop's social media marketing goals for the solution I'll be explaining, which is MOZ Pro. And I'll list the KPIs for the goals that MOZ will help track. Then I'm going to go over the MOZ Pro interface and implementation, which will be the bulk of this tutorial. And finally, I'll lay out some keys to achieving a successful web analytics campaign. Alright, the benefits of web analytics. I could talk all day about the numerous benefits that come with analytics, but today I'll just focus on what I consider the top 3. One benefit is that web analytics can help optimize online marketing campaigns. It can be used to measure GameStop's campaign performance and provide actionable insights through key metrics for tracking inbound links and root domains, which help with link building, metrics for tracking engagement and click-through rates, and then those reports can be used to adjust the campaigns accordingly for optimization. Another thing that web analytics can help brands do is connect GameStop's marketing messages to the right audience. And it can do so by revealing the target market. It tells who's consuming what content, how often, for how long, and then track the content performance. That way, the GameStop team can adjust the content to engage the target audience that's actually consuming it, not who they hope will consume it. And then doing that will, of course, increase audience engagement. Now we come to what is the biggest benefit of implementing web analytics, and that is, of course, that it increases return on investment, or ROI. While it can be a challenge to calculate the ROI from web analytics and where the credit lies, no one can deny that proper use of web analytics solutions will increase a company's return on investment. Some examples from credible sources are like Build Direct, a company that sells building materials in 100 countries, who used insights from web analytics to increase their sales by 50%. Another one is Motor Easy, a company that sells extended auto warranties, who more than doubled their sign-up page completion rate with web analytics. And Europe's low-fare airline, Ryanair, whose website handles 99% of their bookings. Using web analytics, Ryanair increased their click-through rates by 200%. So it's evident that the benefits far outweigh the cost when it comes to web analytics. Alright, now we're going to move on to GameStop's online marketing goals. First of all, as with almost any brand these days, a big goal is to increase overall engagement across all GameStop's social media networks. For this tutorial, though, I'm going to focus on the main goal that the MOZ Pro solution will be used to track, and that is to increase Game Informer's digital subscribers by 5% in 3 months. Game Informer is GameStop's online publication, which is basically the face, the front line of brand content. And this goal is very important because these sites are more trusted by consumers than social media to get information that's used to make purchasing decisions. It's where consumers go to find out about the brand, the products, and in the gaming industry, new technology, collectibles, and anything else that GameStop and the industry has to offer. So how do we gauge the success of this goal? We do so by using metrics and KPIs to track engagement, subscribers, and what MOZ Pro is particularly good at tracking, inbound links. Inbound links reveal who's talking about Game Informer content and where the referral traffic is coming from, which is why it's more beneficial when those links are anchored correctly and come from credible sources. Now I'm going to go over the MOZ Pro solution, and an especially useful part of MOZ, which is the Open Site Explorer search engine. And these are some great tools, so we'll go over them now. First thing you want to do is set up the dashboard, and you can do that by entering your campaign settings, which are site basics. And you can see here that they have general settings, search settings, and site crawl settings. I'm going to be using the general settings for this short tutorial. And then you can choose your traffic settings. I want to mention here that if you notice under the traffic settings is where you can link to Google Analytics. But I'll go over that a little more in a bit. And then finally, you have your competitor sites, where it's always good to keep an eye on the competition for comparison and context. Alright, so now we go to the main dashboard where you'll see here on the left the different metrics that MOZ Pro offers. And above the scroll here, you'll see the amount of external links, which for GameStop right now is 247,000. And below that, it shows the competitors that we entered in during the campaign setup. So we have less external links than Xbox Magazine and PC Gamer, and more than Electronic Gaming Monthly, who has only around 78,000. Now, when using web analytics, one of the most important things we'll have to do is get the reports to the higher-ups, show them the evolution of the site data. And to do that, we can export this report into a PDF for easy viewing by clicking here. So for this goal of increasing Game Informer subscribers, one thing we want to look at is the links. Make sure we have enough sources using our content and guiding people to the site. So we click here where it says links, and then it takes us to this page. This is the links page, and it shows us that Game Informer has a little over 10,000 linking root domains and almost 400,000 external inbound links, which is good. But then when you look down below at the competition, in this case it shows PC Gamer, and you can compare data from different competitors with the click down menu here. So we see that PC Gamer has a little less root domains, but much more external inbound links. Now through this campaign, we want to see if we can get the Game Informer numbers up for external links. And that's because more inbounds means more sites are using our content to guide customers to our site. And of course, more consumers means more opportunity for more subscribers. Over here, you can click on these choices to see some link building opportunities and competitive metrics, which will also be helpful to analyze. And of course, you can customize and export this report as well here and here. This one sends it to a CVS utilizing Open Site Explorer. We'll also go over that in a moment. So next, we can check out some insights by clicking here, which takes us to this page. This is the Insights page for Game Informer. You can see there's not much info here yet, and that's because we are still in the beginning stages of using the solution. And as we go on, there will be a lot more data provided here. And this will be a very important page once things get going, and we'll be using it a lot. And of course, we can export our report here. Next, we will go to Custom Reports by clicking here, and I'll show you how to complete reports for the higher-ups. So we want to click Create here to begin. Then we give the report a title and description. For this one, I titled it Weekly Inbound Report. Then we click, and this is where we can add modules that we want to include in the report. We can do that by clicking the little blue plus signs here, and we'll add this one here for inbound links, and then we click Next. On this page, you can design the report. You can add notes to the report here. You can show reports for only Game Informer or compare it with competitors for context, whatever you want to add. And I want to mention here that anywhere in the process, you can save where you're at and finish the report later by clicking here. Alright, so now we click Next. On this page, we can preview what we've chosen to report and how it will look. Then we can click here to generate the report. Now, when we generate the report, there's the option to schedule and share. This is where we can choose when and how to rerun and share the report so that it can be scheduled weekly, bi-monthly, monthly, what have you. Because as you know, web analytics is not a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process. So then we finish up by clicking here. And so that is how you can. I want to move on to one of MOZ's most useful tools for what we're doing here, and that's the Open Site Explorer, which is a search engine specifically for links. You enter the URL, for us that's www.gameinformer.com, and click Search, and it takes us to this page, where we can see the link metrics for the page, and the established links here. Down below, under Inbound Links, we can use these drop-down menus to choose the target, the link source, and the link type, depending on what data you want to compare. I want to point this out. Here is where you can request a CSV. You click it, make the request, and it's generated after a short time. MOZ will send emails to notify when any of the requests or reports that you've put in take time are done. So that's Open Site Explorer, and it's really good for tracking links and link building. Now I want to talk about what Avinash Kaushik calls multiplicity strategy in Web Analytics 2.0. Multiplicity is used in web analytics because no one solution can do it all. And that's why we need more than one to paint a clearer picture of what's happening on the site. Now I showed you how to use MOZ Pro today, but I want to just touch on a few more that should be implemented along with it. So MOZ Pro is a paid solution with full support and a one-on-one guide and anything you need to understand how to use it. You can get all that for around $6,000 a year. And now Google Analytics is a free solution with very minimal support, mostly in the form of forums, but it also has upgrades available if you want to delve deeper into that solution. And Google Analytics can be easily integrated with MOZ Pro and almost any other tool that's out there. Then for the social media side, each site usually has its own free solutions like Facebook Analytics, Twitter Analytics, and YouTube Analytics. And combined, the data from these solutions will form a complete picture. And if utilized correctly, they become an incredible tool for optimizing GameStop or any other brand's sites, connecting them with the right audience, and most important of all, increasing return on investment or ROI. I want to finish off here with some keys to a successful web analytics campaign. First and foremost, as Avinash says, context is queen. Without context, the data means next to nothing. So compare key metrics over time and segment the data to show comparison and context. And use industry benchmarks and competitive data to compare against for external context. Number 2, the tools are only as effective as the user. I'm going to say that one again. The tool is only as effective as the user. So if it's free, if it's the most expensive, it's useless without someone who knows how to use it. Remember, free solutions aren't really free if time and resources are wasted trying to use them without knowledge. And if no one in the company truly understands web analytics, can use the tools and teach others in the company to use them, then please hire someone who does and can. Okay, number 3. Web analytics should be governed by goals. That means you need to clearly define the goals and objectives of the site first, and then choose the metrics and the KPIs and solutions according to those goals. Last up, I said this before, but I'm saying it again. There is no universal web analytics solution. So you're going to need to implement more than one solution for a complete data picture. Use the multiplicity strategy because each tool usually has a different focus. And like a camera lens, you have to focus on many things to create a clear, bright, and beautiful picture. Well, thank you all for joining me for this tutorial on how to use MOZ Pro interface for GameStop's online marketing goals. Working together, this team should easily be able to reach these goals and beyond. And I also want to thank the helpful resources I used to create this tutorial. So thanks again and happy analyzing.